Imagine this. You're standing under the blazing Malian sun. It's 40 degrees. Your motorcycle is silent, the tank empty. You've been waiting for hours in a long, tense line that stretches across the street. People are frustrated, anxious, exhausted. This is the new reality in Mali, a country running out of fuel, running out of patience, and running against time. For weeks now, Mali has been facing one of the worst fuel shortages in its history. But this is not just about gasoline. It's about security, economics, and national survival. Since early September 2025, armed groups linked to Al-Qaeda, specifically the JNIM, have launched a blockade on key supply routes, bringing fuel from Côte d'Ivoire and Senegal. They attacked fuel convoys, burned dozens of trucks, and killed several drivers. Their goal? To strangle the Malian economy and weaken the state. The result has been devastating. In Bamako, Sikasso, and Mopti, fuel stations are empty or rationed. Taxi prices have doubled. Businesses are slowing down, and transport costs are exploding. Some gold mines, vital for Mali's economy, have even suspended operations. But just when the situation seemed hopeless, something remarkable happened. 5 days ago, an extraordinary convoy of nearly 300 fuel tankers rolled into Bamako, escorted by the Malian Armed Forces, FAMA. It was a stunning scene, a column of trucks stretching for kilometers, surrounded by armored vehicles and soldiers, moving cautiously but firmly through the dusty roads. For many Malians, this was more than just a delivery. It was a message that the government was not giving up, that despite threats and ambushes, it was ready to act, to fight back, and to ensure that the people would not be left in the dark. This massive operation was coordinated between the government and the military, led by the transitional authorities in Bamako. It was risky, extremely risky, but it succeeded. The arrival of these 300 tankers briefly relieved pressure in the capital and brought a sense of hope. And yes, the government deserves recognition for that. It showed determination, courage, and organization in the face of adversity. For a country that has been under siege, politically, economically, and militarily, this was a symbolic victory. But let's be honest, the situation is still critical. The supply remains fragile. Many regions are still waiting for deliveries. Stations are still rationing, and black market prices are soaring. The security risk on the main routes hasn't disappeared, and every new convoy is a potential target. Ordinary people are feeling the pressure. Some say, at least the government is doing something. Others sigh, yes, but how long will it last? Truck drivers are terrified to return to the roads. Insurance premiums have skyrocketed, and business owners, especially in transport and mining, are bleeding money every single day. Meanwhile, economists warn that this shortage could trigger inflation, raise food prices, and deepen poverty. The poorest households who rely on fuel for small generators or motorcycles are the hardest hit. So, what's next? There are three possible outcomes. First, the optimistic one. If the army manages to secure the key routes permanently, Mali could stabilize its supply chain. That would take heavy resources and continuous military presence. Second, the realistic one. The situation improves for a while but remains unstable, with fuel deliveries coming and going depending on the security situation. And third, the pessimistic one. Armed attacks intensify again. Convoys are blocked and the crisis deepens. If that happens, the economic and social fallout could be disastrous. For now, Mali is holding its breath. The government and the FAMA have proven that action is possible, that leadership still exists. But the fight isn't over. The arrival of 300 trucks is a victory, yes, but it's not the end of the war against scarcity. This crisis has also revealed deeper truths. Mali's heavy dependence on imported fuel, its weak storage capacity, and its fragile logistics network. In the long run, the country will need to rethink its energy strategy, diversify its sources, and strengthen regional cooperation. But one thing is certain, the Malian people have shown incredible resilience. They are enduring this crisis with courage, solidarity, and dignity, and that too deserves recognition. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think the government should continue using military escorts to protect fuel convoys? Or is it time to negotiate with the armed groups controlling these roads? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you want me to make a follow-up video, maybe on how this crisis affects gold mining, transportation, or the everyday life of Malian citizens, tell me in the comments below. Because this story is far from over. Mali might have won one battle,